Well, you're here because you filled out a survey about a guy and he scored a C. In many important ways, this guy is falling short. Welcome to the Strong Brew, where you get answers to questions you're not supposed to ask. These are some things you may want to know about the man in your life. If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure? Will he try and use money to control you? Will he share housework or just make you do it all? In fights, when he gets angry, does he get aggressive? During intimacy, does he understand that no means no? Is he jealous, suspicious, or possessive? Will his attitude towards you change after having kids? Will he treat your parents with respect? What if you have conflicts with his parents? We tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. These are things nobody else will tell you, things that are important for your future. This is a safe space for truth. No judgment, no platitudes, no login, no payment either. Our questions are from real life, but our answers come from science. Now, I built this thing, me and my husband, and honestly, we built it and we live it. We are both Stanford grads, we both have worked at Google, and we've been happily together since 1998. Along the way, we've added a son, now 13, and 4 dogs. We are genuine folks. If you're a woman trying to understand any man in your life, here is how it works. Go to www.thestrongbrew.life. Click on the Understand a Guy button there. Answer 10 questions about him. Watch a video tailored to your guy. That's all there is to it. It is completely anonymous, no login, no payment, no games, no manipulation. This analysis is obtained by combining solid trait psychology with cutting edge AI ML. We represent each person's personality with what is known as a feature vector. This has 10 elements, so our data is effectively 10 dimensional data. In case you're wondering how we can infer so much from just 10 questions, well, 10 dimensional data is very complex. There is a lot you can learn from that level of detail.
Okay, I think that does it for the preamble. Now let's plunge in. Let's start with this guy in his career. Will he go far or just talk big?
He's not just talking, this man is a doer who takes real steps forward in his career. You'll see him working hard, keeping things organized, and refusing to give up easily, even if situations get tough. He pushes himself and others, sometimes being strict or stubborn to get things done his way.
Can he bounce back from failure?
When things go wrong at work, he's quick to react, sometimes too quick. You'll see him get angry or frustrated openly, maybe raising his voice or blaming others in the heat of the moment. He doesn't quietly sulk, he lets everyone know he's upset.
What do people at work think of him? Do they like him?
People at work probably respect his hard work and strong leadership, but he isn't everyone's favorite person. He often insists things must be done his way, and if someone disagrees or makes a mistake, he gets angry quickly and doesn't hold back his words. He can be polite on the outside, but deep down, he doesn't really care about others' feelings.
If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure?
If you shine in your career, he might not feel proud. He's more likely to feel uneasy or even upset. He wants things his way and likes to be in control. So, your success could make him feel threatened or left out. It's not about your actual success, but about his need to always be on top.
What if you start earning more than him?
If you earn more than him, he will likely feel troubled deep inside, even if he doesn't say it out loud. He believes he should be in charge and on top, so your higher salary can hurt his pride. Instead of being happy for you, he may compete with you or try to prove himself at home.
Next, let's talk about how he is with money. Does he overspend? Is he reckless with money?
He is usually quite careful with money and likes things to be organized and planned out. You probably won't see him wasting money on foolish things or making random purchases. Overall, you can expect him to be responsible with finances, even if he is sometimes too strict about it.
Does he show off and pretend to be richer than he is?
He's the type who lives within his means and doesn't pretend to be richer than he is. He believes in keeping everything tidy and in order, including his money. Showing off or spending just to look good in front of others isn't his style.
Is he too generous, too stingy, or just right?
He is more tight with money and his way of thinking. You won't see him giving freely, or going out of his way to help others just for kindness' sake. He'd rather save or invest than spend on celebrations or support someone in need.
Will he use money to try and control you?
He is likely to be very open about money, but in a way that comes with clear rules and strong opinions. He won't hide financial matters from you, but he will want control over how money is spent. Expect him to talk plainly about budgets, expenses, and what's allowed and what's not.
Let's see how this guy is with sharing housework. Will he share housework or just make you do it?
He is likely to feel strongly that housework should go a certain way, and often that means expecting you to take on most of it. He wants everything neat and done properly, but he may not step in himself unless things are wrong or need fixing. You may find yourself doing more chores while he keeps a close eye or gives instructions.
Will he help you or just boss you around and tell you what to do?
He's more likely to help by telling you what to do rather than rolling up his sleeves himself. He likes things neat and done just so, but instead of actually doing the diapers or dishes, he'll watch over your work, point out mistakes, or give instructions. He finds it easier to direct than to pitch in. So be ready for more talking than true teamwork when it comes to chores.
Now let's see about how this guy is during fights. In fights, does he try to understand your views or just win the fight?
He usually argues to prove he's right rather than trying to really understand your side. If you bring up your feelings or opinions, he'll likely focus on defending himself or explaining why his way is best. You may feel unheard or frustrated because he wants to win, not meet you halfway.
Does he become aggressive when angry?
When he's angry, he can lose his cool quickly and might say harsh or hurtful things without thinking about your feelings. His words can be sharp, and he might raise his voice or even get physically restless, like slamming doors or making angry gestures. If fights happen, they may feel intense and leave you shaken.
Does he have a bad temper?
Yes, he gets angry very quickly, and this is a serious warning sign you shouldn't ignore. His temper flares up fast, and when upset, he can become harsh or even aggressive, making the atmosphere at home uncomfortable or frightening. Don't brush this aside. Your peace and safety matter.
Will he say sorry and accept his mistakes?
He usually finds it hard to say sorry or admit he's wrong. If something goes wrong, he's more likely to blame you or anyone else instead of taking responsibility. You might hear excuses, angry words, or see him defending himself rather than owning up to his mistakes.
Next, let's talk about intimacy and physical chemistry. During intimacy, does he respect your boundaries? Does he get that no means no?
He may struggle with respecting boundaries, especially if your no clashes with what he wants. He's used to getting his way and can be very pushy or stubborn, which means he might argue, pressure, or even get angry if you stand firm. Be cautious here. Your safety and comfort are very important.
If you are not in the mood for intimacy, will he react badly?
Yes, he is likely to take it personally if you're not in the mood for intimacy. He may react with frustration or hurt, thinking your no is a rejection of him rather than just your own feeling or a need. He often sees things his way and can be stubborn, so he may not recognize or respect your reasons.
Can you trust him not to shame you or share your private moments, maybe love letters, photos, or videos, even after a breakup or a bad fight?
Trusting him to handle private moments with care can be risky. When he gets upset, he might bring up things you shared in confidence or use your vulnerable moments to win an argument or prove a point. If you value kindness and want to feel safe opening up, this kind of behavior can be painful.
Is he loyal or is he likely to want to have affairs?
He is usually disciplined and puts effort into his own goals, so he may not easily get distracted by other women just for fun. However, because he focuses on himself and his needs, if he ever feels bored or lacking attention, he might not think twice about seeking admiration elsewhere. If you want full trust and emotional faithfulness, keep your eyes open. He may not be actively unfaithful, but his respect for boundaries can be shaky.
Will he be jealous, suspicious, and try to control you?
Yes, he tends to be overpossessive and may act jealous or controlling. He likes things his way and wants to know everything that's happening around him, sometimes doubting your actions or friendships without any clear reason. His lack of trust shows up as suspicion or even angry words, making you feel watched or limited.
This guy says he is protective in a good way. Is he actually just being possessive?
Yes, with him, what might look like being protective is often a sign of a controlling personality. Instead of truly caring for your well being, he uses the excuse of looking out for you to set limits, make rules, or decide what you can and cannot do. Over time, you could feel trapped or unable to make your own choices.
Now, onto the topic of kids and how this guy will be as a father. If you guys have kids, will he make you do most of the work?
He will most likely expect you to do most of the parenting work, while he'll have strong opinions on how things should be done and might step in to correct or manage situations. The day to day care and nurturing will probably fall on your shoulders. If you want real teamwork in parenting, you'll have to ask for it again and again.
Kids are very messy. Will he lose his temper with them?
When the kids mess up or get upset, he is likely to lose his temper quickly instead of staying calm. He expects things to go according to his rules, so mistakes or emotional scenes can make him angry or impatient. His reactions can be strong and strict without much comfort or understanding.
If you guys have kids, will he still support your career?
He will mostly focus on your role as a mother, expecting you to do things his way, and may not respect your need for your own space and identity. If you want to balance parenting with your own interests or career, you may find him unsupportive or even dismissive, especially if it means you push back against his plans. You may struggle to feel recognized and appreciated as your own person, not just as the mother in the house.
Will this man say one thing early on, maybe while dating, and then later after kids and marriage change his tune and try to make you give up your career?
Yes, he is the kind of man who might seem to support your career at first, but later expect you to quit or put everything aside once children come into the picture. His focus is on keeping things in order and having control at home. So he may feel it's your main duty to manage the kids and household. What starts out as support can quickly turn into pressure to step back from your job or give up your own goals.
Next, let's see how this guy treats your parents. Will he be respectful with your parents?
He is likely to act polite on the surface with your parents, but not show real warmth or genuine care. He knows how to use good manners and will probably speak to them respectfully, but it's more out of duty than true affection. The relationship will stay cordial, but don't count on deep bonds or open hearted warmth from him. He will expect your family to adjust to him, not the other way around.
What if your family creates stress or interferes a bit in your lives?
If your family creates stress or interferes, he is more likely to make things worse rather than handle it calmly. He tends to react strongly and gets upset quickly when things don't go his way. This could lead to more tension and uncomfortable scenes both for you and your family.
Then let's analyze the role this guy's family will play in your life. Is this man modern with you but a completely different person when other people, say his parents or bosses, are around?
Yes, he's the kind of man who might act modern and open when it's just the two of you, but will expect you to be a traditional, supportive wife in front of his relatives. Around family, he'll want you to follow customs, dress a certain way, and show respect in the ways he thinks are right, even if it's not your style. You may feel pressure to put on a different face for his relatives, taking care not to upset anyone or break any unwritten rules.
If there is tension between you and his parents, will he support you?
If there's tension, he is more likely to stay out of it or even side with his family rather than fully support you. He believes in keeping order and sticking to what he thinks is right, which often means expecting you to adjust or fix things instead of standing by your side. This can leave you feeling alone and hurt during tough times.
Say you have a conflict with his mother. What will this guy do?
He is very likely to be a mummy's boy and will almost always choose his mother's side in any conflict between you and her. His sense of loyalty and duty to his family, especially his mother, is strong, and he expects you to adjust or give in rather than him taking your side. You may find yourself settling conflicts on your own, wishing for backup that rarely comes.
Will he share all the private details of your relationship with his mother or sister?
Yes, he is the type who might share details of your fights or private life with his mother or sister. Instead of keeping things between the two of you, he could run to them for advice, comfort, or even to complain, especially when disagreements happen. It also means your private problems aren't really private, and you may lose your safe space to talk honestly with him.
Now let's zoom out and put it all together.
So that's the story. This guy scores a C. In many important ways, this guy is falling short of the standard we would want. Being in a relationship with this man feels like walking a tightrope every day. He's hardworking and keeps things in order, but he likes control, gets angry quickly, and expects everything to go his way.